Hello. Thanks for checking out my channel here today. So today I took my father out to breakfast. It's the day after Christmas, and I've been thinking for cleaning up around my shop here. I have a large, one of those 15 gallon or whatever, the old Craftsman shop vacs. So a lot of times, you're filing chains on a chainsaw, or you're drilling some holes, some steel or whatever, and you have a little mess. So you got to go grab the big shop vac, and you got to plug it in, and and you dragging this stupid big tank around, and I thought, there's got to be a solution for me that lets me touch up my work area, the floor around, whatever, and not too expensive, and not too big, and something that would make it. Because right now what I do is I ignore things, right? I make a mess and I leave it go, and I make another mess and I kind of leave it go, and I wait until the messes are enough that they bother me enough that I go get the shop vac, and then I clean that area, and I clean that area, and I clean that area, and I kind of do it all, right? So the concept here was, what can I buy? I already own a Ridgid, the 5-tool kit, so I already have the grinder. That thing is awesome, by the way. And then I have the half-inch impact, 450 foot-pound. I have the 2,000 inch-pound, little quarter-inch impact drive. I have the drill. I have the flashlight. I also have one charger, a 4-amp battery, and sitting over there by you, I have a 2-amp battery. So this is what I came up with. I said, you know what? I already own the batteries. Let's stick with it. Let's try it at least. So this is a Ridgid from Home Depot, part number R86090. That's a Ridgid R86090. Okay, and in that box you get not the battery. You do not get a battery, by the way. This is a tool only, no battery. So you do not get the battery. I'll move that to the side. You get the motor, the vacuum motor. You get the filter assembly, and this all comes assembled. I removed it all for you to see. So this is the canister, okay? So now this is not a shop vac that's going to replace your big industrial shop vac. You're not going to go out there vacuuming up leaves and things like that. This is more for, grinding, shavings, filings, little debris like that. So this does have a little check valve for when you do fluid. Now you can see, while they call it a wet and dry vac, they have a line cast into the plastic, assuming that you're holding this like you're vacuuming water on the ground, right? And holding, this like that. They give you a line cast into the plastic. I'm not sure if you can see it right there. Okay, so there is your fluid level, which is what, a pint possibly, right? So don't think of this as a wet vac in much more than maybe your dog pisses on the shop floor or something. You could do that. I don't know, I'd throw a dirty shop rag on it. But anyways, for its use, its intended use, which is not to replace a real shop vac, okay? This is for small cleanups of your project areas. This thing's exceptional for that. They do give you a floor cleaning device right here. They give you a 24-inch extension one. They do give you a crevice tool, okay, which goes, just slips on here, sort of a miniaturized version of what you get with a large shop vac. Same thing with this. This just slips right on here, and the canister nozzle, it slips right on there. Okay, so here's how simple this is. They give you this is your coarse filter right here, and you see the tabs that are sticking up. There's 4. There's 2 there, and there's 2 there. So if you unsnap that tab, and you can pull that out to clean it, so it has a paper filter. Okay, that's your fine filter that's protecting your motor. This is your coarse debris filter that keeps the big things out of the fine filter. Now, the limitations that I've already seen, I've only owned this for a few hours, is such that as you're vacuuming, the silt and debris that gets onto the fine filter clogs the fine filter up long before you've consumed even the 2-amp battery, okay? So you begin vacuuming, and at first you're impressed with the ability of this thing to vacuum, and you're picking up, 1/8-inch size, pebbles, gravel, little debris everywhere. It's doing a real good job. So minute and a half, 2 minutes into it, you're starting to push some of the heavier debris around. You're seeing the dust go away, the smaller particles go away, but the solid little stones and little things like that, you start to just move them around, right? So this is as simple as, you see the rubber seal right here, and there's a rubber seal right here that mates to it. You set that right there. That's it. That's that. And then you see this tab right here, and you see the slot right here. You insert this tab into the slot, lock this up into, it's just a cam buckle. Okay, so you're using this and you're noticing after 2 minutes, 2.5 minutes of trying to use this on the floor or whatever you're doing, that it just doesn't seem to be working like it was, when you first first turn it on. You unsnap that, sorry, drop that, try not to break it. You go outside, you dump this in the trash, and you go outside to your truck tire or whatever, and you knock all the debris off of this. You can take a little soft brush even and knock some away, but I find just going like this restores it back to able to work again, and you're good to go for another couple minutes or so. Again, this device was never designed by Ridgid to be doing large jobs. Okay, get a real shop vac if that's what you want. But I was able to clean this whole area floor back here. I have all this foam matting. I was able to do all this and do around this island right here, messing around. I had to clean the filter twice while doing that, using this in the extension one. And the 2 amp battery has no problem doing this area. This is 2, 4, 6, 8 by 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. So, this is your 8 by 12, no problem. 8 by 12 again there, no problem. And that's probably 3 by 8 and probably 3 by 16 or 20. I hit that all with a 2 amp battery with this, 2 cleanings of the filter by knocking it out, no problem. The machine is loud. I'll demonstrate. Loud. So right now you probably cannot even hear me. I said right now you probably cannot hear me. So that's your 2 amp battery. So if you're working on the floor, you would put this on. And you would put that on, and it does have a squeegee down here, and it has 4 roller wheels. You see the 4 wheels. So the squeegee's gliding along the floor, the wheels are rolling, so you're not marring the wood finish or anything like that. If you want to, you can take and remove this tool. You can install the crevice tool, so you can now go around doing corners and crevices and things like that with this tool. And when you're done with it, my suggestion would be, and what I did do was pop it apart, take it over to a laundry tray, a sink, something. Go ahead and rinse this out. This thing's going to be a dusty mess. Empty all your debris into the trash and rinse this out. Go ahead and pop the 2 filters apart, rinse them out with warm water. Let it dry. Now I will warn you, here's one thing I noticed. Wash this filter, get this filter wet, put this back together. This thing does not suck at all. Once you have wet this filter, this some sort of synthetic, it's definitely not a paper filter, it's some sort of cotton or synthetic blend. Once this has been wetted, the fibers are wetted, the air path, the pores in the material are consumed by the water, and the motor in this, unlike a large shop vac, the motor in this doesn't have enough draw to suck the water through this and clean it to get airflow back. So you have to wash this at the end of the day and leave it somewhere and leave it dry. I wouldn't put it back together and contain it because it may not dry for days and days, weeks and weeks, who knows. I would leave this out and allow this a chance to dry. When dry, this has a surprising amount of vacuum for how small it is. This will not be equal to your big 10 or 15 gallon shop vac. Merry Christmas. This does not suck that hard. This will not suck leaves up through that small channel right here, okay? But it does do a really good job. What they do is they have a single port right here for the air to go, but then they have a channel right here, the full width. So you have your rubber seal back here, and then you have, this is sort of almost gliding on the ground, this surface right here gliding on the ground, this rubber seal on the ground. So that forces all the air to be channeled along here and in. So the entire width of this does vacuum well. You do not have to perfectly center on a little stone or anything. There's enough velocity of air to grab anything that you're rolling past here and pull it into this center hole. All right, so that's it. Now, again, if you get this filter wet, if you wash this filter and you try to use it, it's not going to work. Once the filter is wetted, this thing will not flow air. So you need to keep this out and let it dry after you're finished using it for the day or whatever, and you wash it. Let it dry before you go to use it again, because it does not vacuum well at all. It does not move air once this is wetted. Very simple to service. You got your dual seal. It's a 2-ridge rubber seal right here that goes into this rubber right here. And it sets right down on here, creates a 360-degree seal because you have rubber all the way around your perimeters. So your 360-degree seal. It says right here, lift to release. There is no catch, there is no latch. You just lift the filter. Go outside, knock this thing off, and you're ready to go again. You put this back on, you latch it, and you go. So, yeah, really, I mean, I think the value for the money is there, as long as you keep in mind what you're buying. And what you're buying is not a large area, wide area shop vac. This is a dedicated for a zone, for a project area, for something that you isolated areas. The Gen 5X brushless is, again, knowing what you're buying and what you're buying it for, you can be very pleased with this product. It's a lifetime warranty. You go ahead and get it registered and get your lifetime warranty, and you're going to go ahead and use this around the shop, and you'll clean up things that you otherwise may not have cleaned up. Like you're filing your chainsaws, or you're filing some bolts, doing something after you cut some bolts, the length. Little things that you would have maybe brushed away the heavy stuff and let it go. Now you're gonna go ahead and get it because it's that easy. That's how easy it is, right? You're gonna go for it. So yeah, I think that Ridgid probably has. This is a winner. I think it's a winner. I think that a lot of people could really use this in the shop. And by the way, check this out. Right here, there is a nail slot or a screw slot. So you could screw a screw into a wall or a pegboard or something. Boom. You can hang this bad boy right on the wall. You could even leave this on it. You could have this thing charged up, ready to go, if you desire, in a ready state. And you could take this thing and have a screw on a wall somewhere and have it hanging there like that, so that all you got to do is walk over and grab it. Throw a battery on it if you don't have one. I really think this is a good tool. I think this is a winner. I think for $79 you can't beat it, man. It's the way to go. So hey, do me a favor. Again, I'm going to say it. Like my channel, subscribe to my channel, and have yourself a beer if you like them for Christmas. If not, have a drink of something. Have a soda pop or water if that's your thing. But Merry Christmas to you. Happy 2019 as that comes around here. It's December 26th today. And love thy neighbor, love thy family. If your mother and father are still alive, go give them a hug, man. Tell them you love them. Really, look them in the eye. Tell them you love them. Give them a hug. And your wife too. Too many times you passively say I love you, and you don't really take the time to slow down for a minute, look at your wife and tell her, I really do appreciate you and what you do for us and for me, and I do love you. So, let her know. I mean, she's your life partner, man. Someday she might be wiping your ass. So give her a few minutes once in a while. Really tell her you love her. I love my wife. My wife's the best in the world. I mean, honestly, she puts up with me. Can you imagine? I mean, I don't know. How do you do that, right? So anyways, Merry Christmas, Happy New Year. Ridgid handheld vacuum, brushless, Gen 5X, way to go. It is, like I said, it is a tool only, no battery. So make sure if you are new to Ridgid and you go buy this, you're going to have to buy a battery and charger pack if this is going to be your first tool. I would suggest you go ahead and buy one of their packs, the 5 tools. You get 2 batteries, you get a charger, and use this as an add-on later, and use the batteries that you got with your kit. Lifetime warranty does take going online, creating an account, and getting it registered and approved. It does take 2 weeks, 3 weeks, whatever, but it does go through. Make sure you save your paper receipt, scan it, or take a picture with a program. If on an Android phone, I use Cam Scanner and on the Android App Store. Cam Scanner, you can set the receipt down, take a picture with your Android phone, and convert it into a PDF, move it to your gallery, go onto Ridgid's website through your phone, punch in the serial number. The serial number is found right here on the sticker. Punch in the serial number, it'll bring up what it is, and go ahead and upload that image of the receipt, and boom, 2-3 weeks later, you're going to get an email back confirming that your lifetime warranty has now been accepted and activated. So go ahead and do that. But cam scanner for an Android, it works great. It's check it out. You're going to like it. Cam scanner. All right. Merry Christmas. Thank you.